Hi everyone, it's Lynn. I'm here to bring you something a little bit different today. First of all, I want to address the background noise, which is Bandit, the farm dog. He's lovesick right now because Carmela, my dog, is in heat and he is just totally lovesick. So you hear him in the background whining a little bit. I hope it's not too annoying. If it gets to be, I'll pause the video and kick them out. Anyway, here today, I want to talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur, starting your own business, a home business, really. Excuse me. I've had a few businesses myself. I've had a store. I had a gift store where I sold handmade, mostly community items, gifts, all different things, and native stuff too. Excuse me. So anyway, I had a gardening business. Actually, I had two stores, come to think of it. I had a gardening business. I had I was a landlord. I operated an apartment building that I owned. Um, and I've done a few things anyway. And YouTube now, doing YouTube videos now. This is another new business for me. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about how to do that on a very low income, low budget. Not everybody has all kinds of money to go buy all kinds of products to get their business going or rent space either. So, I'm here to show you how I've done it because I've never been rich, never had a lot of money or a big bank loan to start up with any of my businesses, really. So I've had to really do it on a dime kind of thing. So I'm not an expert at anything either. Any of the things that I've had a business on, I'm not an expert of. I just thought, well, I have this, and I have this, and I have that. I think I could give it a go. Why don't I try this? And that's the thing about, running a business on a budget. You have to consider what you have to offer and also what you have. So, do you have a personal computer? Do you have a vehicle? Do you have a truck? A truck's different than having a car. Or you might have a car with a trailer, you know. Um, and so there, you got to think about what you have and what you can do with it. Ah, here we go. So I have some of the things. Oh, that's not very good light. Outlined here. Okay. So use what you have. So if you have space in your place, there's your office. Your kitchen table can be your office. Okay, look at me, I'm itchy. And what you have. So, for example, if you were going to have a gardening business or a lawn cutting business, you would figure, okay, I got a truck, I got a lawnmower, I have rakes, and I have, other things I might need. There might be a few things that you don't have. Like you may not have small pruners to cut small things, and shears to do big bushes and that sort of thing. So you might need a few things, and so you figure out what you have and what you don't have, and out of the things you have, you put them all in your truck. You get all that stuff ready. You might need a tarp too, by the way. Just saying. And then the next thing you want to do, or say you have you want to do a YouTube channel. For first, you're going to go on YouTube, and you're going to watch some of their lessons. They have some lessons, and in this. what is it, school. They have a school or something, and you can go and take some lessons on how to start up, and it teaches you. It's a whole video series, and you can go on and on and on with this series too. But to get started, you can do that. Almost every computer has a camera in it, and practice, do a few practice videos to see if if you have the knack for it or whatever, and about your thing that you're doing, and show it to friends. Say, what do you think? Like, do you think this is interesting? Do you think people want to see it? Like, that sort of thing. Is there anything out, is the background too much or whatever? And so then when you advertise, so there's Facebook to advertise on. They have a business section. You can go on your local classified website to advertise as well as a business. There's all kinds of apps too, like Instagram and Twitter and those sort of things. And don't forget networking with friends, with people you know. Word of mouth is a very powerful tool. And the next thing you know, you'll be getting calls from someone. Oh, Gloria told me, and Ted, said that you were cleaning now. There's another kind of business you can start from home. Everyone has cleaning supplies. So, you have to imagine what your customers' needs may be. Broom, mop, fantastic, the thing to wash the floors and vacuum, and those are the supplies, rags, all that sort of thing. So you get everything together, you start advertising. Now you have to know before you start advertising how much you want an hour, or per job. So that might be individual because everyone has a different size lawn, a different size house. Maybe you're doing construction or carpentry. They might want a couple of steps or a whole deck. So it might be very individual, the job. Oh, one of the things you're going to need is an invoice book. Now, you can get those at the dollar store, and that's where you can itemize every single thing you did. This is the supplies I supplied, these are the hours worked today, this is what was done, or whatever you need to put on it to explain the cost, basically. Okay, so the most important thing I have to show you today is this: a daily agenda. Now, this is a daily agenda, not a weekly agenda, not a monthly agenda. It's a daily, every day. And the difference is, in a daily agenda, it has, well, here, I made a big copy to show you. It has each hour, a space for each hour in the day. So you can plan, well, I might have to go to Mrs. Wilson's at 9. Oh, geez, I was there for 2.5 hours. So you can mark yourself all the way down here. I'm not available till the afternoon, And then you can write your next customer, or perhaps you're going to do a couple of videos in the afternoon. Maybe you have a YouTube channel and a cleaning business. So you have to multitask and make allot time for those things, because you're going to be asked to do this, that, and the other thing. And you're going to have to be able to open your book and say, well, geez, let me see here. Well, Tuesday's booked up. I'm not available Tuesday. But Wednesday's available and Friday is available. So you have, you can see what you have to do. The other thing I want to show you, I've made some examples in this book. I bought one. This you can get at the dollar store. Okay, a daily agenda. I've gone to big bookstores and different places, business stores, and it's not that easy to get a daily agenda, you know. And some of the ones they're for, the executive CEO of the company, and they're quite elaborate and they want $40 for it. And it's like, I really don't need that. I just need a regular one. And so I went to the dollar store and here it was for $3. I got one. $3. So you can write down who your customers are or what and how much time you spent at each place. So if you're billing by the job or if you're billing by whatever, you want to keep track in here, okay? And so at the end of the day, if you have a business that involves your vehicle, you'll want to gas up at the end of the day. And you'll want to write that down, like how much that cost you right there. And how much mileage. You should keep track of your start and end mileage for the day because you can claim that if you use a vehicle, you can claim that on your income taxes. And also you can total your hours for the day, depending on what that is. Now, I'm going to open this up again. So let's say you have a YouTube channel, okay? I've made another day of, say you have a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, Tinker Tarot, and so I have to plan ahead on what videos I'm going to do, my plan. First, I want to smudge myself and all my cards and all my stuff, my glasses. And then my plan is to do 4 videos today. So I'll write down what's the plan, who I plan to do, and then I check them off as I go. I don't check them off until they're done. Oh, geez, I got too tired out. I got real tired. The energy wasn't right. I didn't get cancer done. So I moved cancer to tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow instead. And then I might have a reading. Here I have a reading with Fred in the afternoon. And I made $75. So I would move that down normally to the blue area. My total is $75 for the day. And the important thing about that is at the end of the month, first. So some customers or clients might want to be billed weekly. They might want to be billed at each occasion, depending, it might be a one-time thing, you know what I mean? Or they may want to be billed bi-weekly or monthly. So here again, in the daily planner is where you can mark that. I think I did a 2-week, did I not do a 2-week? I thought I did a 2-week thing here. Oh, I put it on the 19th, right. So also, some clients with some business want you to come back at regular intervals. So every Tuesday, like in gardening or grass cutting, customers usually want you there every week or every bi-weekly, depending on the season, the weather, and so on. So here, 2 weeks later, I'm seeing Mrs. Wilson again. I already know, I'm going to be seeing her. I spent 2.5 hours last week, and I spent 2 hours this week. Mrs. Wilson wants to know how much she owes me. She wants to pay me right now on the spot. So that's 4.5 hours times $25 an hour. The total is $112.50. And I'll put paid once the money's in my hand. I'll come back to my truck or my car and I'll mark paid. so that I know when I go to bill her again, when I look back at how many times I was at her house doing work, and I can add up the hours. Oh, I was there Tuesday, and then the next Tuesday, and I can add it up. And so if I see paid, well, she paid. So I don't start at that one. I start at the next one. Okay. So then we have, when we come to the end of the month in your daily agenda. So at the end of the month, you may want to remind yourself to bill or invoice some of your customers. Who do I need to invoice? Who I haven't invoiced yet this month, okay? And so you will total all that here. You might want to put your total earnings and your total hours, depending on what you need to do for your income tax. You might need to know both of those things. So it's great to do it at the end of every month. Then at the end of the year, all the totals are there for you. This book, you could just hand it right into your accountant. It has everything in it. You will also want to total your mileage, okay? So, you might have went 47 kilometers or miles that month. And in gas, you spent $67, so you can put that there too. That reminds me. So you, on the other page, on the Saturday and Sunday, or whatever day you don't work, you may want to total up your expenses for the month. So far this month in gas, let me look at my receipts. Okay, I spent that much. In the cleaning supplies, or perhaps gardening supplies, or tarot cards, or whatever your supplies for your business may be, paper. Your expenses also could be your internet bill, your phone bill, your you're allowed to claim 25% of your house as your office as well. But anyway, so you're going to total your supplies, your expenses, what it cost you to run your business that month. So here's the money you brought in. Even though some of them may not have paid you yet, this is the money you brought in for the month. And this is what it cost you. So you have it all right here for $3. Okay. I have it in large here. Mrs. Wilson, she's paid in full. Mr. Coral, I was there for 2 hours. Oh, geez, I have a doctor's appointment. I better not book anybody in there. And also, I need to prepare for next month. I need to do some research, perhaps. I might need to shop for more supplies. I've used all my bug spray, or my bathroom cleaner, or whatever. And at the bottom of the page is total mileage, total earnings. You can do this at the bottom of each day. Well, you should. And each week, each month. Depends on how organized you want to be. You know what I mean? So, the other thing is, so like I said, in the daily agenda, you're going to keep track of everything in there. Everything. Okay? Oh, at the beginning of the book, there's like a blank page here on both sides. Okay? And there's one at the back as well. And this is where, like, when I had a gardening business, or when I had to go off-site, I go to their place. I have their contact info. Well, she lives at 862, is it? 826 Ocean Boulevard. You may want to include their phone number in case you need to call them. Say, I'm running late. I can't come today. I'm sick. it's raining, whatever, so that I would use those back pages because in this little cheap one, it doesn't have an address book in it. Or you can keep them on your phone. A lot of people use the address book in their phone. And so you want to keep a really low overhead. You don't want to buy things you really don't need until you need them. You could buy all kinds of tools or all kinds of gadgets and then never end up using them. And you will be able to claim them, but it's a drain on your income. It's a drain on your expenses. So also, I want to mention, if you're pricing jobs per job or per hour. So when you first go and you see someone's garden, property, front porch, whatever it is, the house you're cleaning, overestimate a little bit. If you think, oh, this will take me 2 hours, maybe you're thinking, say 3 or 2.5, because you'd rather overestimate and get done earlier and that cost them less than underestimate and it takes you longer and it costs them more. So always overestimate a little bit to allow yourself that time too, because you're not really sure. Just by looking at it, you got to guess. But this is guesswork, right? Until you've actually done it. And you can say that to them too. Until I've done it, I don't know the first time, but I'm guessing around this. Like I said, add a half an hour before you say it out loud. Don't promise what you can't deliver. You can say, I'll try, or I can look into it, but don't promise something you're just not sure about, all right? Say, I'm not sure. People are okay with that. Also, talk about what you know. Don't try and talk about something you don't know. If they say, can you do stair rails? And you'll say, yeah. Don't attempt a stair rail if you've never done one. You don't want to make a bad name for yourself. Say, no, I don't know anything about stair rails, but I might have a friend who specializes in that stuff. That's not my thing. Just be honest. People will respect you so much for that. And geez, um, I also want to say, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try and be too polite, or be yourself. You're the boss now, you know. I use kindness and definitely use manners, but you don't have to go over the top. You know what I mean? So, some of the things you're going to need. You're going to need an invoice book or a receipt book, and you can get those at the dollar store or a cheap place. You may need a website depending on what your business is. So, you can go and get a website, and there's some places that offer them free for a limited time, or you can post an ad or a page on many sites for free. The ones, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's probably all kinds of others that I don't know about. I'm not that tech savvy. If you're going to bill people on the internet, like through your computer, you'll need an invoice template. And you can make one just on a Word program. They have a column thing that it makes columns, and you can make them that way as well. I can't think of the words. But you can set it all up and save it, and then just put, a different customer, different name on it each time you do it over, and save it as that customer. So the address and everything stays on that one. And all save separately. Go to Save As, Mrs. Wilson. Save As um, deck at Birchwood Avenue, where well, always use the customer's name. The other thing you'll need is a method of payment if you're going to do an internet sort of thing, like a YouTube. So you'll need PayPal. I think PayPal is universal across the world. It's the one that is universal across the world. There's also e-transfer. Not everybody can do that. There's other cash apps that you can use depending on where you live. And of course, you'll need an email address. So people can write to you, you can write to them, send the invoice, attach it with it each month, just send it off, and they can e-transfer you. Um, also, if you're not really chatty person, you may want to eat. I won't make it. Is Wednesday okay instead of Tuesday? Da la 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 la. That sort of thing. And I think that's pretty much all my notes I got here. Yeah, like I said, and like I said, I was not a pro and am not an expert at anything, but I knew enough of it to start it. I could always read more, research more, find out about oak trees, find out about, you know, two-cam reviews or that sort of thing. So the real key thing is a daily agenda. It's really important. It keeps all your records of everything. Who, where, when, how much, and why. So the five W's, they say. Anyway, I hope this is really helpful. This video is primarily for people that want to start someone and don't really know how. And for me, this is the Bible. This daily agenda is the Bible. It's the key. And of course, just get organized at first. Figure out what you need and what you can get along the way. Some things you can pick up on the way. I had a friend give me a bunch of gardening supplies. She said, "Oh, I got 4 of everything. I'll give you some stuff." And pass along customers too, because they have too many, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. Oops. Sorry about that. Um, anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear any of your comments. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And take care. Talk to you soon. Bye now.